Naomi here with Mtazamo Halisi, Real Perspective. You might have the same question like the one I had before, like what it takes to own a house here in America. I remember who is the right person to ask that question. I remember Mr. Nkinda. Mussa is the one who helped me a lot with those questions. He took all the doubt, question, fear about how to own a house. We are here today with him. He's going to help us and tell us who qualified to own a house, what it takes to own a house here in America. Is it difficult? Is there any benefit of owning a house here in America? What to do if you have a bad credit, because you might say, I'm not qualified, I don't have a good credit record. That's the position where Mr. Nkinda is coming in. He's going to help us answer all those questions, what it takes to own a house here in America. Karibu, Mr. Nkinda, to explain everything about house. Mr. Mussa.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Nkinda. My name is Mussa Nkinda. I'm working as a real estate agent with a prime investment broker here in Alabama. And we deal with the residential and commercial. And for sure, this is one of my clients, Mr. Kimber, and it takes a lot to explain to you what is the importance of owning a home versus renting. Yeah, there's a big advantage and a disadvantage of owning versus renting. Renting, you feel good. If something break down in your apartment, you can call maintenance.
Absolutely. It's so easy.
Exactly.
You don't have to pay.
You don't have to pay. You just call maintenance, you come and fix it.
For you.
Okay? And at the same time, if you're just a single person who don't have kids, you can reallocate yourself. You find a job in Georgia, you can just move just like that. You know, but it's different when it comes owning a home. Owning homes need commitment. Okay? You commit yourself for a long time. But it's for your own advantage. Okay? Because every time you pay at the end of the month to your landlord that's renting apartment, which means that money is going somewhere. It's enrich somebody else.
When you're in an apartment.
When you're in an apartment. But when you own your own home, it's absolutely, this is what they call in America, you create wealth. You create wealth on your own. You don't see it, as I said before, but that's money that you are paying every month to your own home. It creates what we call equity.
So it's like you're investing somewhere.
You are investing somewhere on your own. You don't lose that money. Okay? When I say you don't lose that money, you don't take maybe in face value that's, oh, the homes will go down the value, will raise up the value whatsoever, but you don't lose because you pay through the principal. So every time you make a payment, that principal goes down. Okay? And most of the time, and all the time, house goes up a little bit in value. At the same time, you reduce your principal. So between what your house value is and how much your principal loan remains, that difference, that is your money. Let's say you are home you bought for $100,000. You stay for 5 years and you pay legally and no problem at all. You put extra $100, $200 over the principal. At the end, you keep down your principal to $90,000. Okay? So it means that today your house value is 110, maybe after 5 years. So 110 versus 90,000, which means there's about how much? $20,000. So if you put your house on the market, you move to another home, or you do something else, there's another $20,000 for you. Versus difference when you live in an apartment for 5 years, the only thing they give you to make sure that you clean the apartment and leave.
Oh yeah, you don't get even with the down
payment. Exactly.
So that's a good investment from the beginning. If you're looking for investing, that's a good investment. And also there's a freedom when you have your house.
Yeah, you have a freedom. At the same time, it saves on your tax purpose. You don't save on the tax purpose when you're renting. Okay? Your interest that you pay, you can report is tax deductible at the end of the year. But you cannot report that's what you pay when you're renting. And at the same time, when you own the home, you can say, no, I want to add one room in my house, remodeling.
Yeah,
in an apartment, you cannot do that.
You cannot.
For example, the homes that I sold it to you, you can say that basement, you can make it another bedroom over there for the in-laws or whoever comes there. But when you're renting, you don't have that freedom.
So what it takes for someone to own the house
what I
here in America? Yeah.
What I can say, whoever works and file federal and state tax can own a home.
Anybody who does that?
Everybody who does that, you work in this country and you pay your tax library and you keep your credit in a good standing, you can own a home.
So what you're trying to tell us, if you had a bad credit, that's gonna be so difficult to own a house here in America.
You know, bad credit we can say the people's choice. Okay? Everything can be fixed.
Okay.
People get scared and say, oh, I have a bad credit, so let's stay there. But you come to someone like me and say, okay, Mussa, I want to own a home. This is my situation. Don't make your judgment. Your job is a nurse. Just be a nurse. Let me be a real estate agent.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
You know, so don't make a judgment. Oh, I cannot buy a home because I have a bad credit, or I have this and that. Present your situation to me. I say, Mussa, I want to own a home. This is how much I can pay, but this is my situation. I will look at it and then say, okay, this is your situation, and you will work out through this way, and I can walk you through. Unless maybe you are not interested in buying a home.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
Yeah.
anybody who works here and pay tax?
You pay federal and state tax can own a home. So the only way you can do that, you have a home, you have a job, at least 2 years, you keep that job, you can own a home. And don't be scared or have bad credit. Just keep yourself, put your document, put yourself in front of me and say, Mussa, I want to buy a home. This is my situation. This is my paperwork. So for me, my job is to go through it and tell you where you stand.
Is there any obstacle you can tell us which can hinder for someone to have house or to own a house here in America? Any obstacles?
The obstacle that can make you cannot be own a home. People they say I have a good credit. Good credit is not the only way you can have a home if you don't have a good income. Okay? You can have 800 credit score, but if you make $15,000 a year, you cannot own a home.
Okay.
So it's not like, okay, I have good credit, now I have to own a home. You have to have a good income. Okay? And at the same time also, you have to make sure that you are credit in a certain level. Because sometimes people they say, oh, I have to have a 700 credit score. No, credit score starts from 620.
Okay.
620 and up. With a good income and a good working history, you can be able to own a home.
Okay.
So the obstacle, first you have to look what the situation is. And then we can work out and say, okay, this is your situation, why you cannot own a home. But everybody who works in this country paid federal and state tax and keep the job at least over 2 years, they can own a home.
Have you ever gone through like the obstacle you can point out, some people who came to you and it was so hard for them to help to get the house here in America?
Yeah, that's what they call child support. Child support is something that is very, very important people to look at it. You can have good credit, you can have everything else, but if you neglect to pay your child support, to get a home is very difficult.
Is it that serious?
It's very serious.
Okay.
You know, and another thing is a bankruptcy. So if you're in bankruptcy, just a fresh bankruptcy, yes, it can hinder you to buy a home for a certain period of time. But for bankruptcy can be discharged for a certain period of time. Okay. So you can be able to buy. But when it comes to child support and you never paid and then everything else, it's very difficult to own a home. But anything else can be fixed, can be explained. It's over time you can be able to own a home.
Wow. There's these things I came across like a down payment. Do you want to tell us anything about the down payment when you want to buy a house? Do you have to have a certain amount of money when you buy a house?
It depends what kind of mortgage you qualify for or you choose to have. We have what we call convention. Convention, you have to pay 20% down. Most of the time, 20 to 10%.
What is convention?
Convention is just like, it's a bank. Through the bank, normal banking, they offer you. But FHL is the government sponsored loan. There's two of them. It's the banks, and another one is government sponsored, which is FHA. FHA is 3% down. Okay, 3% down. That's the one that you pay for. But most of the time, there's some programs that the bank offer for the down payment assistance. It depends upon the situation between the client. Okay, it's not everybody qualified, but there's some sort of down payment assistance that the bank can be able to offer you in certain kind of programs for first-time home buyer. So it's not fixed that, okay, you have to have this amount of money, but certainly you have to have a certain amount of money in one way or another to buy a home. At least a certain amount of money.
And I remember when we were doing our process, there's some I remember there's some areas you say you don't have to pay down payment. For instance, in Kalira.
Yes.
What kind of the environment is that?
That's what we call USDA loan. This is in rural area.
Okay.
This is outside of the city.
Okay.
Okay. There's a certain area that the government trying to motivate people to buy homes over there. That is a zero. You don't pay nothing.
You pay nothing.
You don't pay nothing.
Okay.
You know, those area people that can take advantage. You can stay in Carrera, some sort of Alabaster. There's in Chelsea area. You can qualify nice home instead of staying in Hoover Bay. I'm sorry for those people living in Hoover. I love Hoover, but you pay $1,000, $1,050, or $1,200 every month. But you can move just 15 minutes to Kalela, living in a 3-4 bedroom home. Okay, pay $700 a month. You have a garage and everything else. You enjoy.
And big space.
Exactly. And you don't have to worry about maintenance guy who is coming or the rent will increase next month, because for the apartment is every year there's increase on rent.
Mussa, is it possible for someone maybe from Africa, just a visitor, came here and he has his money, he want to just buy a house? Is it possible?
This is what they call, if you have all the money, that's, let's say you want to buy $100,000 or $250,000.
You have all in cash.
You have all cash.
Okay.
Yeah, you can buy that. So that's no problem.
Okay,
Yes.
but you cannot pay monthly.
Yes.
You have to buy it.
Yes, you have to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's good. And that, you know, there's this fear. I remember you gave us this technique, because it's comfortable to stay in an apartment, as you say, because you just call if you need a maintenance. But in a house, you have to fix everything by yourself.
Exactly.
There's this principle you told me that you can move in your house, that different which you were paying, like for instance, we were paying like $1,200, like $1,200. And in the house you pay like $700. You were saying like you save that different every month.
Exactly.
So when you have problem, you fix it.
Exactly. You know, it's a simple. If you were comfortable paying an apartment, let's say $1,200 every month, and they happen to give you a home, to sell your home, and you pay $700. So the difference is $400 almost. Okay. So it means that that saving, you keep yourself like you are paying the same amount of money. So it means that you pay yourself that $400 every month. So that saving, don't say, okay, now I'm 700, that's I can blow that 400 out and can go shopping. No. Make as if you are paying that $1,200 every month.
Okay.
Okay?
You keep on being disciplined.
Discipline yourself. So that's I think it's $500 that you save. That's $500 you keep on the saving. So you can see the difference. So you can see the difference. How productive or how worse it can be. Because in 1 year, you have $6,000. You can get from nowhere, just owning your own home. Moving from apartment to your own home. At the end of the year, you have $6,000 cash. So I don't know if you can do that. Maybe you can put for a child school saving account, or you can do for whatever you want. You know, that money is your money. It's just you move from one apartment to your own home, and you save that money.
That's how easy it is. Here's Mussa, is here in Alabama. He's gonna give his contact whenever you feel like you wanna buy a house. Mussa is a good person. He's gonna advise you. Don't push yourself back. It's like you say, I have a bad credit. He say that's his job. If you're a nurse, you being a nurse, let him being real estate agent. He's gonna help you. He's gonna help you with how to own a house. He's gonna do that. So tell us how they're gonna get you if they have more questions. Your phone number, if you have you let them get you on Facebook or anything. So give them your contact. How are they gonna get you?
You can get in touch with me through my phone number, 205-447-2594. That's my phone number. You can get me on Facebook. I think I posted a lot of videos about owning a homes. You can get me on Zeros. I think when you go to Zero, you can see that I'm a 5-star, agent in the area, and you can see the comments of the people that they put. Most of my clients that I work with, and you can go to Tulia. It's another site. You can see me there. So I'm over everywhere. But the simplest way, just give me a call. 205-447-2594. And if you want to visit our office, we are in Vestavia Hill. So just give me a call. That's all.
And I promise you, Mussa is a positive person. He is available anytime, even if it's the middle of night. When you text him, he will reply. He's positive, even if you're panic, you don't know what to do, he always being there for you. So thank you very much, Mussa, for what you did, for what you talked to us, and being available for everybody. I believe people will start to ask you a lot of questions. So thank you, and I know you'll be helpful. God bless you.
I appreciate it very much,
Thank you.
Mrs. Nkinda. Thank you.